Energy vampires. Ultimately, they come to kill, steal, and destroy. Not in a literal sense, but even though people can be energy vampires, the person that's listening, if you feel like you're a victim or you feel like someone is using you, it's up to you to set these firm boundaries, learn the lesson in order to conquer your demons, basically. All right, so when you're dealing with energy vampires, their goal is to pretty much knock you off your path, distract you. If you're going a certain way on your path, their goal is to either stop you, slow you down, or completely make you go a different direction, which is whatever direction they want you to go. They look at you as an energy source. Um, they're going to constantly try to use whatever energy you have left or whatever energy you're willing to give. They will try to go against your will, but ultimately you would have to give up your will and be willing to give the energy vampire the power because you are the source, you are the supplier, or you are the giver. You're the light that's shining, and they come back to that like a moth every time to get their fix. But again, it's up to you. You have to develop these strong boundaries, a strong will, um, you have to be so focused and determined on what you have going on that you don't allow these energy vampires to creep in. But yeah, that's their goal: distract you, slow you down, take away from you, so they can use it for whatever their agenda is. But it just so happens that their agenda is not as big as yours. Therefore, that's how you're able to conquer it by just staying focused on the bigger goal here. What what really matters here? When you have a goal that's bigger than yourself, the goal is automatically bigger than an energy vampire. But they'll try to slow you down, distract you. Another thing that I said that may have went over your head is that you have to give up your will. So this represents a weakness in you as well. That's why they're able to come in and subtract or use or get away with things because it's like if you got a crack and that's where the bugs are creeping in your house. It's a weakness in you that you need to tighten up with spiritually. That once you're on top of your game, you will no longer allow access to this energy vampire, but they have to gain access by your own very own will. So you're giving them this power, and that went over a lot of y'all's heads. But um, another tactic that they will try to use emotional, spiritual, physical. They're gonna try to extract it in these ways. You got the ones that call you and just straight up ask for money. You got the ones who just want to spend time and waste your time just because they have nothing better to do. They don't have a place to go, so they want to just come hang out at your house. You got these people who always want a favor or a ride, or they want to use your battery, like use your charger to charge their phone. They want to come to your house and use your toilet or whatever the case may be. These are tactics and ways that you can kind of spot it out, but you have to get comfortable saying no. That's gonna go a lot over a lot of y'all's heads too. Why do you got to get comfortable saying no? Because some people don't even stop at no. You can give a person three no's and they still gonna try to get what they want out of you. Energy vampire. So that's why you not only do you have to have no, you have to have strong boundaries. You got to have physical boundaries sometimes with these energy vampires. They can come in the form of family members, girlfriends or boyfriends, friends, cousins. It doesn't matter. They can come in any form, but they'll try to touch you to get an energy source from you when you didn't condone it. They'll try to mooch off you. Right when you're showing a weakness, right when you're vulnerable, that's when they come in for the kill. That's when they come in for the re-up on the supply, the energy supply. Um, it'll always be inconvenient for you. Even if you're tired, they're still gonna try to extract whatever they can get from you. But it won't be in alignment with whatever you got going on. Y'all won't be on the same page. It's gonna always be you know how they say an equal give and take. It's gonna always be an unequal take and give. Like 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 you're always going to feel like you're being depleted giving and they're not giving anything to the situation. Excuse me. But it'll just be a take, and you'll feel either depleted or you'll feel like, damn, I'm never getting what I want. Whenever this person comes around you, you will almost hate to see them coming. Like they'll call you, you'll hesitate to even answer the phone. You'll avoid them at work or wherever you see them at. You will avoid them when they're talking. You can't wait for them to be quiet so you can get back to your normal task. These are just everyday examples of energy vampires. And again, how to avoid them. Well, one, starting those real boundaries. Two, being true to yourself and not being mixed up in certain environments that you know you normally don't go into. Like if you don't drink, don't hang around those who drink. There could be an energy vampire in that, and that vampire led you to even get in this type of environment or this type of group setting or whatever the case may be. Um, Another way to know this has nothing to even do. This has nothing to do with. This is personal right here. Uh, you know that you deal with energy vampires if whenever you need to. So you know how I said they use you to re up on the energy source. Whenever you're by yourself, that's when you recharge yourself. So you're solar powered or your power. You gain your own energy source. Like you don't get energy from any outside sources. You actually big up your energy by just by being alone. Meanwhile, this person needs you as an energy source, and they only real with you. When they're by themselves, they're low vibing. They can't stand to be alone. Misery loves company. Meanwhile, on the opposite end, you're the supplier, you're the giver. You have a good heart. You're always recharging by yourself. You spend time by yourself and you raise your vibration. You like to sun gaze. You like to meditate. You like to pray. Whatever the case may be, you like to spend time alone. You like to nurture yourself. You like to give yourself the soft guy or drizzle treatment or whatever you want to call it. But that's how you know that you're one of those people who kind of have to guard your energy, be real specific about, um, and these energies can linger. One thing I saw a video of someone saying that energy is like transferred and it can like saliva. Like if you spit on the ground, that energy that energy can stay there for what I don't know. Let's just say 14 hours or 14 days, 7 days. I don't know. I don't remember the exact timing, but energy even though I spit it out on the ground, it's still part of me. It's still connected to me, and that energy lingers. Like even when they're not in your time space, when they're not even around you, they can still be trying to drain that energy or whatever you had given to them, whatever they have access to. So be careful with giving them access, and just be careful with, in general, just dealing with people who again, misery loves company. They always need that source. Just watch out for that. Those are ways to identify it. Ways to block it is just setting boundaries, knowing when to say no, and also being slick, being like being not being slick, but being true to who you are and knowing when to have everything like when I said at the beginning of the video, focus on the bigger picture. Have everything, every second, have everything in your life mapped out. Have everything planned. Like don't have any downtime. Uh, like have downtime for yourself or personal time, but like don't leave any time or space for you to get distracted or used by these. Like you should be everyone that comes in your life should be beneficial to the point to where they're benefiting you and the purpose, the bigger goal. Their purpose is benefiting the purpose of your goal. So when you're on your path and everything is working out in your favor, one way to set boundaries is obviously state the boundaries, even if they're physical boundaries, but also having your life accounted for, planned out, having like no time for people to actually come in and take you, like constantly staying busy, always having a plan, always sticking to the plan, not just Netflix and chilling, not just hanging out with friends, because that's how the energy vampires come in as well when you're vulnerable. And I think that's all the information I'm gonna say for this one. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.